Drake's career forever, as if his lawsuit hasn't really ended his career. But yeah, we move.
Eat, sleep, predator.
Now, we have officially entered what is going to be, when we look back at it, one of the most pivotal times we ever see in rap music, because with Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance almost being here, we are now on the brink of witnessing so much that is ultimately going to progress hip-hop and bring it to places that we really don't even understand yet. But what we do know for sure is that at the center of everything surrounding Kendrick and the Super Bowl and what's about to happen is, of course, the question that everybody is asking right now, which is if Kendrick Lamar will be performing the song that Drake is now trying to just erase altogether from everything in Not Like Us. And now, while all of Drake's recent moves in some way have been an effort to try and scare the NFL and everything that goes into the Super Bowl from playing a song that he is trying to say has done so much to his career, as we are coming closer to everything, it is becoming more clear than ever that Kendrick Lamar
I'm going to go over the lawsuit. Not after this particular video I'm reacting to, but I'm going to react to something else from Chick's move, and then we react to the lawsuit, page 13 and probably 14 and 15, depending on the timing, how many pages I may or may not do. But I definitely will get to that. But from what I've read so far in regards to the lawsuit, it doesn't seem like he's trying to ban the song itself. I just feel as though it feels like he's trying to get a payday. You get it? He's trying to find a way to get compensation for like emotional distress, basically. Because why wouldn't he? He should have gone after Kendrick Lamar, right? Because you know what I mean. But he knows, like, what is that going to do? You know what I mean? But the thing is, what his lawyer so far, I'm feeling like his lawyer may have not realized. Either the lawyer doesn't know how. Anyway, I don't know the facts. I don't know the facts. But again, he has to prove. In fact, I'll talk about it later on. But when it comes to defamation lawsuit, you pretty much have to prove why. Not prove. Yeah, you got to prove how you've been defamed. Then you also got to prove that what they're saying about you isn't true. That's what Drake has to do. You know what I mean? And so far, I won't lie to you, it does feel as though, yeah, to a degree, he is kind of proving that UMG helped defamed him in a way, but I'm saying proved in the sense of, well, you also dissed Kendrick Lamar, and you also, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting from it, and I could be wrong. Like I said, I want to read more of it to get a full depth of understanding. Once I'm understanding, I can find a way to guide people and teach people how to navigate certain things. Do you see what I'm saying? But the reality is, you still just need to live your truth and be truthful. You know what I mean? But live with morals and live with ethics. Let's go.
is going to be
This
performing
was
what many are calling the greatest diss track of all time at the single biggest event of the year. And now, before we go any further into why this is, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And so now with Kendrick Lamar, after Drake fans and those sad people over at OVO were trying to push the narrative already that because of what Drake is now saying about Not Like Us, that the record won't be played at the halftime show, and that the NFL altogether is now trying to avoid even spreading the word any further about Kendrick's performance becoming an almost even bigger event than the actual game at this point. This laughable line of lies that OVO has been trying to make to save Drake's image before we see something happen like never before has now failed, as of course, the second trailer for Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance came out, and once again, just with less than 30 seconds to excite people even more for what is really going to be one of the greatest nights we will all ever see in not just rap, but all of music at this point. That's how high the stakes are. Kendrick put so much effort into this trailer.
Maybe as a Michael Jackson fan, yeah, like I'm like, nah, maybe as big as far as hip hop is concerned, because he's gonna be literally the first rapper to, headline the. Well, technically, he is the first rapper to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. But I feel like as far as Michael Jackson is concerned, you got to remember he set the precedent. He set the levels, and that's why there is the thing called the Super Bowl. Do you know what I mean? In fact, there's an interesting story behind why Michael Jackson ended up being performed at Super Bowl. But we'll get into that another day. Yeah, we'll get into that another day. I might have to do like a YouTube short on that. That I will do. In fact, no, I will do that. Leading up, I'll do that soon. I'll do that soon. Let's go.
Or when he was even doing something like announcing that SZA was going to be a special guest. Which now, before we go any further, with the fact that this beef started with Drake telling Kendrick that SZA has him wiped down, and now she is coming out as a supporting act for Kendrick on a stage that Drake has never been able to even get on, is just so hilarious. And once again is making Drake's disses age even worse than ever. But with this moment, which has just made one of the best visuals in all of Kendrick Lamar's catalog, with such small details as the Gatorade being blue. That was the color when Kendrick's hometown won the Super Bowl in their hometown, and that was also, of course, the same Super Bowl where Kendrick was a part of Dr. Dre's ensemble, which just shows how even with small
Wait, I didn't know that. And then, because I'm there thinking about, the Gatorade, cool, whatever. But then I'm thinking about the water, I'm thinking, what did that represent? Obviously, SZA got you wiped down. You know what I'm saying? But that's interesting.
Details in the trailer. He is already doing what he does best and is connecting and showing that this performance will seemingly be built on the standout moment he had there, and is also doubling down on the fact that the West Coast is doing nothing but winning in hip-hop, and now beyond parallels like these, in this trailer, and this is what's so funny about Kendrick, because despite people always trying to say he is so serious and boring, he really does have a great sense of humor when you just pick up on how he is always trolling his competitors, and specifically in this trailer, as Kendrick talks about how the field that the Super Bowl is played on is even bigger than you would think. This is just a little way of once again poking fun at Drake and J. Cole for their biggest the Super Bowl lyrics, and they think it's also Kendrick doubling down on the fact that he is the bigger artist and better performer between him and Drake, as between the Super.
And it's true. And the funny thing is, I feel like, I feel like he is trolling, but I also feel like I don't think he's trolling J. Cole per se. I think he's definitely trolling Drake. That's for certain. But then again, I don't know these days. But as far as the situation, I think I don't know if you're talking about, but there's a situation with the where he's standing, and it's like, isn't that not the red zone? Again, I don't know enough about the NFL, so if you can let me know what that is. You know what I mean? Leave your answer in the comments section below. Let me know, because I'm actually very, very, very intrigued.
Super Bowl and his stadium tour. No matter how you want to put it, Kendrick is playing in way bigger venues than Drake ever has, as he has never moved past arenas even after all of these years. And now, even when it comes to the poster they released of Kendrick Lamar wearing all purple for this halftime show, this color choice and style seems to be him nodding to none other than who many say has the greatest Super Bowl halftime performance of all time to this point.
Nah. I hear what they're saying, but it's not that. It's not that. Let me tell you why he may choose to wear purple. He's choosing to wear purple because of the unity between the Crips and the Bloods. That's why. Red and blue. Because he's done that with his video as well. Do you see what I'm saying? He's done that in Squabble Up and in Not Like Us. Like he's done that. He's done it in one of the other videos as well. I can't remember the name of the video, but like he's done it on multiple occasions. So it's not. And anyone who says Prince has the best Super Bowl halftime performance of all time, can you leave your answer in the comment section below and let me know why you believe that? Because for me personally, yes, I am a Michael Jackson fan, but for me personally, I'm going to say it's Michael Jackson. You understand? I'm going to say that for obvious reason, to the point where I don't know. But yeah, like he's like he just anyway. Let me keep playing.
And of course none other than Prince. And once again, just like Kendrick playing with Drake and Cole's Super Bowl lyrics, which between that and Drake's MJ claims from the same record really started this entire beef in the first place, just having this nod to Prince after of course everything Kendrick said all the way back on Like That just seems like his way of bringing things full circle once again. But now beyond the fun Kendrick is having by just celebrating his victory and all of the accomplishments he has earned after proving that he is the best rapper of this entire era, and it's not even close, what's also becoming clear about the Super Bowl is now that with Drake and everything he has tried to do and say about Not Like Us as a whole, There is really a bigger moment at hand here than just Kendrick Lamar going through some of his greatest hits, because seemingly with the ridiculous claims Drake is making about the record and with the narratives he is trying to push across, beyond so many other laughable claims, Drake is trying to say that this record isn't just as big as we all think it is, but also that the song was designed and used by a larger group of people than just Kendrick to end his career purposefully within a way like we have never witnessed. And again, by waiting to make all of this noise geared towards not
it's hard for me to say Kendrick is doing this and that to end Drake's career. It's not even that. Drake is ending his own career. You know what I mean? The lawsuit alone, is ending his own career. Because if you're going against the hand, you know what they say, don't bite the hand that feeds you. That's exactly what Drake is doing. And therefore, he's ending his music career. Would he still have a career in music? Sorry, in movies? Possibly. Could he still have a career in music? Quite possibly. Because we cannot argue against that he has a fan base. He has a fan base. You get it? And that's what he should have just continued with. He could have continued with sticking to contributing and sharing new music with his fans, even if they think it's medical or it's good or it's that. He's got enough fan base to still tour, because he's even on tour in February, right? So my thing is you got your fan base, Brad. You know what I mean? It's not like no one ain't gonna be streaming your music or buying your music, or no one ain't gonna be supporting your shows. You got a fan base, Brad. To have a career, even if I want to call him an industry plant, he has a career where he has established himself to have a core fan base. Once you have a core fan base, you're set. You're literally set, Brad. You're set. That's what. But listen, maybe you need to go hide in Turks and Caicos. No, I'm joking. Let's go.
Not Like Us weeks before Kendrick has such an important moment. Looking at everything now, the timing of this really obviously seems like a way for Drake to try and get the plan for the Super Bowl to change last minute and do whatever he can to both ruin Kendrick's big night and protect his image from having Not Like Us be played to hundreds of millions of people. But now what I don't think Drake realizes is that despite all of the controversy he has stirred up and all the problems his claims are now directly causing, to everyone from the NFL to just casual listeners in general, besides the corner of people who are just supporting Drake and whatever he does no matter what Drake is doing currently has done nothing to help his image and this whole narrative he is trying to push. And beyond just that, it has definitely not done a single thing to make anything worse for Kendrick Lamar, as again, in anticipation for this performance, his numbers across all platforms are only going up, and songs of his including Not Like Us, Luther, Squabble Up, and TV Off are all continuing to perform at the top of the hip-hop charts altogether, with a record like Not Like Us only getting more popular every time Drake complains about it. And so now really...
Let me know in the comment section below, what video does Kendrick Lamar need from his album GNX? We already got one for Squabble Up, but what's next? So TV Off is we definitely need one for that. But it's going to be interesting how it will be interesting to see how that video will go. But I think the next video, I'll say it again, I said it before and I'll say it again. The next video has to be Luther. It just has to be, or at least Dodger Blue. Ooh, don't take it personal. Listen. Hit that subscribe button if you are, if you're a Drake fan, you can still subscribe. But listen, if you are a Kendrick Lamar fan, hit that subscribe button and the notification. If you're ready here, go ahead, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what your favorite song of GNX is, as well as letting me know what video needs to be next from that album GNX. You know what I mean? But let's keep it moving.
Really with the reaction and reception to Drake's actions, with them only really making Kendrick look greater from this whole thing somehow. And on top of this, also in this time where we have learned that Drake's downfall has been as bad as we have all witnessed because of how he treats other people as well.
Love Monday.com.
What's Monday.com?
You don't know Monday.com? This is Monday.com. It's a platform that helps us run our work, collaborate.
When it comes to trying to get the NFL to change what has been the biggest event in not just all of sports, but really it is the most watched cultural event that we have, Drake's claims and his little OVO clothing line with the NFL teams are not going to help him, because between everything and all of the planning that goes into the Super Bowl, And even beyond that, where Drake stands with someone like Jay at this point, who he has also kept dissing by doing such things as posting a picture of Beyonce's sister Solange on his Instagram story from the night she went off on Jay. Again, and I don't know when he is going to realize this, Drake has been messing with the wrong people who, at the end of this all, if he were to get anything changed, they would be the ones to help him out. But because of all of his choices which have led him to the point he is at now, and also the fact that Kendrick Lamar got this halftime show, and between Jay being the one who picked him, to Kendrick being the person we all know he is, which of course means that he is not going to back down on getting across the message he wants to send here. I got bad news for Drake, his stans, and OVO, but Not Like Us is going to play at the Super Bowl, and beyond Kendrick, I think their label even wants this to happen as well at this point, because when Kendrick does play this song, and of course, it will be a clean version of the record, so a lot of things won't be able to be said and of themselves. Just from the beat, what Kendrick does say, and of course the reaction that comes from the crowd, and of course whatever they say, while it may not be heard from our couches, it will certainly be heard in the videos that are taken from people who are actually there. Overall, no matter what part of the song Kendrick does and where he goes, which I'd assume he is going to do some sort of an intro with a hook and at least a part of the first verse, when Not Like Us does play, Drake's career will finally be beyond any sort of a comeback for good after this, because not just is this diss song that's about...
Again, I know we keep on referencing Not Like Us and Kendrick and this and that. I understand what you're saying, and even when you're talking about how, like, Jay-Z picked Kendrick, I mean, I don't think Kendrick... I don't know how it actually was. I'm pretty sure they said it was the city or whatever, but either way, when you think about it, I feel like at the end of the day, choice-wise, if you're looking at, okay, who's had a phenomenal year? Kendrick, right? Who's got a good performance style? Kendrick. You know what I mean? So who else has, like, when you think about it, like, let's think about it logically, yeah? There's only really one person you can say that really deserves to be performing at the Super Bowl, and that is Kendrick. Other than that, I'm just thinking, if you're talking about rap wise or hip hop wise, yes, Kendrick. If you're thinking about, I don't know, overall pop culture, you're most probably going to say Taylor Swift, right? But then, other than that, if you're talking about K-pop, you're most probably going to say Big Bang. I'm saying Big Bang because I'm a Big Bang fan. But no, on a real though, you're most probably going to say, okay, well, maybe BTS. You understand? Or if you're talking about like Afro beats, you're most probably going to say Wizkid. Do you understand? The point I'm trying to make in regards to this, I'm just saying, and if you're thinking about reggaeton, you would probably think of Bad Bunny or whatever. But the fact, does he even do reggaeton, or am I wrong? Even also comes to the blow. But the point I'm trying to make is, I'm still going to put from the Latin market. Just let me know what genre he does, and then you get the point I'm trying to make. It's a case of, like I said, it's based on, the way I look at it, I think it's based on who's had a phenomenal year in 2024, who can actually genuinely perform. Because if you think about every artist that has been on, he's performed at the Super Bowl, the majority of them can actually perform. The only one that I kind of criticized was Rihanna's one, but then I realized, hang on, do you know what I mean? And when I realized what the situation was, I give her a blight for that. Do you know what I mean? I give her a blight. You know what I mean? I give her a blight. It's what it is. Yeah. But let's keep it moving.
Without him playing, and that is of course not a good look. But because of how Drake has now reacted and shown that this song has really gotten to him, and of course this has made him go as far as ruin his entire legacy and try to diminish this song's impact, but really it's only helping that and making his image look way worse. Everything we have been seeing and all Drake has done is really just leading now to the worst point we are ever going to see in not just his career, but maybe in any rappers ever, in terms of them just ruining their legacy. Because really, from his reputation to hip-hop to even what he is trying to prove currently, with Not Like Us playing, and once again, just seeing how many genuine and real reactions this song is gonna create, once and for all, at least the claims about this song being pushed will be proven to be the furthest thing from the truth. And for Drake's situation currently, while there is still a lot else he is trying to prove, with everything that's at stake and with what Kendrick Lamar is trying to pull off, beyond this performance being a display for hip-hop music that we have never quite seen before, because even compared to the Dre halftime show, instead of having a performance that, besides from Kendrick, is showing how great of a legacy hip-hop has had, Kendrick, SZA, and whoever else may be performing are going to show how great hip-hop is now, and what it has to say in the future will be to people, and something like this can end up growing the genre to heights that we have really never seen. And all while doing this for Drake, his worst nightmare is going to come true, because the record that has ended his career is going to become bigger than it ever has, and now really for all of these reasons and so much more that we don't know yet, not just is this Super Bowl performance going to be one of the most exciting things that we ever see as hip-hop fans, but it also just has the potential to change the future of everything as we know it. And so now with all this said, let me know, what do you think about Kendrick Lamar playing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl, and do you think he is definitely going to perform this record, or do you think that Drake has got his way? As we are really in this time where we are closer than ever to one of the biggest events we are ever going to witness as hip-hop fans, everything that happens from here on out has a heightened importance, and really with where we are at for Kendrick, Drake, and hip-hop as a whole, it's surreal to say, but ultimately this just shows why hip-hop is an art form that is truly unlike anything else, but because of the competitive nature that this entire moment is bringing, which you just never see during other type of halftime shows. All in all, what Kendrick is going to do and what message he sends on this stage is really, at the very least, just as important as the actual game that's going to be played, so be sure to let me know all your predictions for what's to come. Now, I can't wait to hear what you have to say, and if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And now, if you want to see how even before this performance, Kendrick Lamar has made Drake even more scared, because he has shown just how much hip-hop has changed right now as we are moving past the Drake era once and for all, and we are really seeing that with how many rappers who are friends of Drake have been falling off. Check out the suggested video.
Alright, see you later. Took me to the suggested video. Hey, listen.
Now we have officially...
It took me to the suggested video. Alright, shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. Let me know what your thoughts are, though. My predictions are this. Before I even tell you my predictions, let's see what people are saying in the comments real quick. He's got to turn his TV off. That part. You know what I'm saying? If Not Like Us somehow gets blocked for performance at Super Bowl, that would clear the path for Meet the Grahams instead. I hear it. I hear it. I hear that. That will go crazy. Oh, see, I don't know. Can't wait for the crowd to scream out minor. I listen. This will. It is hard to predict what Kendrick would do. However, one thing for certain is Drake is forever gonna be in his feelings. So forget him and just focus on what may be one of the most historic moments in hip hop history. You know what I'm saying? Because let's not always make this about Drake. Do you know what I mean? Let's not even make it about Kendrick. Let's make this about hip hop. If you care about the culture, then you're gonna make it about hip hop. Yeah, you gotta remember he is the first rapper to be headlining the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So now it's gonna be okay. Whatever numbers he does, and obviously we don't really care about numbers, but whatever number he does, that's gonna be the president for the next rapper that is the next person to, you know what I mean? Because everyone's trying to beat Michael Jackson's record, but they're not going to beat it. It may be argued that Kendrick may just beat it, or he may be level, or it may be just the same. They try to say someone else beat Michael Jackson, but no. That was wrong. That was wrong. Get me? Let me know what your thoughts are, though. I do think it's a bit of a stretch. React to... Oh, hold on. Shout out to Zombie. React to some music, my guy. All right. What music do you want me to react to? Because you know what, I'm at this segment, where you know, at the beginning I was reacting to music, and now we're just reacting to other things. Because you know what it is. Sometimes when reacting to music, a lot of the times, YouTube detects certain things, and when they detect certain things, they end up saying the stream is disrupted. And I have to start over. Considering the time, you know what I mean? When it's at the beginning of the stream, that's when I normally react to more music. But however, let me know what you want me to react to, and then if tomorrow I get enough time to do reaction, to go live, then I will make sure whatever you suggest, whatever music you suggest for me to react to, so long as they are not signed to SME, which is Sony Music Entertainment, or any affiliated to Sony Music Entertainment, then I shall be able to react to it. You understand? Because there's always Sony Music Entertainment that's always disrupting my team, bruv. Always. Like, they are annoying, bruv. But I understand it's business, innit? It's business. So